Hello Inside the Magic viewers and listeners, my name is Maggie Cameron, and guess what? I'm back! But a lot of you probably have no idea who I am. I guess about a year ago now, I used to do videos for Ricky and Inside the Magic about stuff in the Disney parks and Disney stuff, but sadly enough, school got in the way of all my Disney fun, so I had to pay attention in school, but now I'm back in the summer so I can do videos again. Now I'm going to talk about things every true Disney fan should know about the new Disney movie, Saving Mr. Banks. So I'm actually going to go scene by scene of what's happening in the new trailer that came out, kind of explaining what's going on, what's happening, all the little details. So let's begin. P.L. Travers, beloved author of the Mary Poppins books, was actually not known for being the most jolly person on the planet. She was actually known for being a very complex woman with somewhat strict personality, as you can see from this clip from the trailer.
Welcome, Mrs. P.L. Travers, to the City of Angels.
It smells like
Jasmine.
chlorine and sweat.
And then in this scene,
20 years ago, I made a promise to my daughters that I would make your Mary Poppins fly off the pages of your books.
Walt Disney did in fact make a promise to his daughters that they'd make the Mary Poppins books into movies, and the fact that Walt Disney actually made a promise to his daughters kind of hit a soft spot for P.L. Travers, being the fact that she had a great relationship with her father, which I'll go more into detail about that later.
Now, let us begin.
These meetings with people like Walt Disney, the Sherman Brothers, and other people working on the project were an actual real thing, and actually P.L. Travers insisted on them being recorded, and there's actually over 39 hours of recordings from these meetings. Mary Poppins was the first project the Sherman Brothers worked on at Disney, and they actually worked on this project for 2 years before meeting P.L. Travers. These meetings were absolutely insane. P.L. Travers kept debating on these weird little things like, well, this weird little thing about a tape measure.
This tape measure to be used as I put it here.
Just as I thought. Extremely stubborn and suspicious.
Because it was a tape measure that my mother had when she was a little girl, and I think it would be very nice.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? I'm pretty sure Mother's tape measure was not used in the movie because it didn't say practically perfect in every way, but if it did, that is the coolest tape measure on the planet Earth. And in the trailer, P.L. Travers says this quote,
I won't have her turned into one of your silly cartoons.
was an actual quote from one of the meetings, and she didn't want Walt Disney to make her books into movies because she hated how Hollywood trashed books into movies. And honestly, can you blame her for saying that?
Mary Poppins was a real person?
Indeed, Mary Poppins in fact was a real person, or should I say, 2 persons. One of them was a great Aunt Helen, used to carry a carpet bag just like Mary Poppins and used to say the saying spit spot, but her carpet bag probably wasn't bigger on the inside like most British things. Then there was her childhood maid named Kate, who used to carry a parrot umbrella just like Mary Poppins and used to come and go as she pleased and never told anybody where she was going. Now, if this real Mary Poppins that they show in the trailer is the great aunt or the maid, I actually don't know. I actually researched on IMDb and there on the cast list is a Aunt Ellie and a Nanny Kate, so we just have to wait and see.
It's not the children she comes to save. It's their father. It's your father.
Travers Robert Goff, P.L. Travers' father, was actually inspiration for the character George Banks, being in the fact that he was an actual real banker in real life. And he was actually a bank manager, but then demoted down to a bank clerk, because he actually kind of went through a down spiral in his life, becoming an alcoholic. Even though Pamela Travers did have a great relationship with her father, it didn't last very long, sadly. He died when she was only 7 years old from a high fever. And now this is where it gets truly sad. Being that her mother was so distressed from her father's death, one day she just ran out of the house attempting to commit suicide. And just for the record, she didn't. And when her mother ran out of the house, Pamela Travers, being the oldest of 3 girls, watched her sisters and told them stories about a magical white horse who could fly even though it didn't have wings, and many people believe that's where the inspiration and magic of Mary Poppins began. So no wonder why she was so complex. She had a complex childhood. It was even recorded that she even said that she made up her own child because she didn't even like her own. She made Mary Poppins not just for people or for a cute little childhood story. She made it as a comfort for herself and her sisters, and now it has been a comfort for so many children around the world. And I know, I'm sorry I kind of got off on a little tangent, but I'll start talking really quickly again and telling you information. I'm actually not going to tell you information, I'm actually just going to say I have no idea if this actual visit with Pamela Travers and Disney actually did happen or not. So I'm doing this against my mom's wishes because she actually didn't want me to admit I don't know something, but I'm going to admit I don't know something because I actually want to know something. So if you actually know if this visit actually did happen, please let me know because I really want to know, being a Disney freak. And this is not really actually a piece of information, this is something ironic I noticed in the trailer. In the trailer they showed Pamela Travers on the carousel, which is the first ride that she rode on at Disneyland. And guess what the only ride there is in Mary Poppins?
Coincidence? I think not!
I couldn't have said it better myself. I hope you actually understood everything I was saying, and I apologize for speaking too fast, but I had all these cool little information and facts and details that I wanted to share, and I only had a short amount of time to do it. So I I apologize for speaking really fast. I hope you actually understood everything I was saying. And I hope I can actually do more of these soon. So, and I thought I would end with a little Disneyism. So, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Or...
You can say it backwards, which is docious ali expiastic fragicali rufus, but that's going a bit too far, don't you think?
Indubitably.